there are just hacks like these that make absolutely no sense, that someone from Mississippi can open up a Pennsylvania State Employee Credit Union account. But again, this is the internet. These are just the rules I find, and I'm here to report them. So, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And for those of you that are new viewers, welcome. My name is John, and this is a channel that I've dedicated to bringing you all of life's personal finance cheat codes. And in today's video, this is actually a topic that I'm surprised it's taking me so long to get to, but it's such an easy and obvious moneymaker. We're going to be discussing bank bonuses. Similar to how you can open up credit cards to get sign-up bonuses, you can open up bank accounts to get sign-up bonuses, and they pay out in cold, hard cash. So if you're interested to get some cold, hard cash, then please sit back, pop a squat, tap that thumb icon to help me spread the good word, and we're gonna go ahead and dive right into it. First things first, let's go ahead and level set. When it comes to bank account bonuses, you might not know this because I didn't when I first started, but bank accounts actually report to what's called the Chex system. And how I learned about this entire Chex ecosystem was by firsthand experience. So I was opening a bank account. It was like a $300 bonus. And I was like, this is it. I want this bank account bonus. What do I need to do to get it? And for whatever reason, when I started applying, it kept rejecting my application. So I thought, oh, well, there surely must be something wrong. Let me, fill it in again and submit and submit and submit. And I kept getting denial and denial and denial until finally I'm like, you know what? I've applied about 6 times. I keep getting denied. This is weird. Whatever. I'm gonna forget about it. After doing a little bit of Googling and waiting a couple weeks, I got a letter in the mail basically stating why I was rejected, and it referred to this Chex system. Exactly like how all our credit reports get reported to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion for our credit worthiness, when we have deposit accounts like checking accounts and saving accounts, that type of information is actually sent to what is the Chex system. I know, really original from a bank, Chexsystems. For most everyday consumers, that's nothing to worry about or even ever think about because at most you have 1 or 2 checking accounts and 1 or 2 savings accounts and that's it. But if you get into a high volume of opening bank accounts, that's gonna hurt you. And let me tell you why. So with the Chex system, unlike a credit reporting system, it doesn't report all the information, meaning it doesn't report positive and negative. It only reports negative information as well as inquiries. So every single time you apply for a checking account, there's gonna be an inquiry. They're gonna pull your Chex report to see, are there any negative remarks on there? When you apply for a ton of bank accounts, there's gonna be a ton of hard inquiries, and that can actually negatively impact you. Nevertheless, though, when we talk about opening bank account bonuses, most people aren't gonna open 4, 5, or 6. I hope, unlike some other people. But if you were to do that, stagger them, be cognizant of it, obviously scale slowly. The next part of the video is gonna be structured like so. I'm gonna talk about the bank, the bonus, the direct deposit requirement, the benefits of the bank, and then as well as fees. And of course, my verdict as to whether or not I think this is an overall valuable bank, just in the longer scheme, outside of just getting the bonus, of course. First bank we're gonna talk about is PNC. You actually have 2 large pools of bonuses available. Basically, it breaks down into where exactly in the country you are. So you're gonna go on and punch in your zip code. But because you so graciously decided to click on this video and sit through my droning voice, link below for the higher bonus offer. But for whatever reason, let's say that the link doesn't work and you can't figure it out, no worries. Then the one you're most likely gonna pull up is the $200/$300 offer. So if you open a Checking Pro account, you'll be eligible for a $200 bonus if you have a qualifying direct deposit of at least $2,000 within the first 60 days. If you open a Performance Select account, you'll be eligible for a sign-up bonus of $300 with qualifying direct deposits of $5,000 in the first 60 days. So let's say the link below does actually work and you're able to go through the complete process, then you're gonna see an offer for opening a Checking Pro account of $250 with $2,000 of qualifying direct deposits in the first 60 days. If you decide to open a Performance Select account, then you're gonna get a bonus of $400 with qualifying direct deposits of $5,000 within the first 60 days.
Whoa. $2,000? $5,000? I don't have a whole ton of money, and I certainly don't have a job that's gonna just willy-nilly push through that type of direct deposit. What am I gonna do?
Very good question. So when it comes to direct deposits in general for bank account bonuses, One thing that actually has worked for a lot of people, like I'm talking a lot of people, according to Doctor of Credit with all the data points, you don't actually need an employer to deposit money in via direct deposit. You can actually just transfer money from an existing checking account into a PNC account. Now, this is certainly a gray area. You're not technically in the wrong, I don't think, because it's not excluded, but I don't think it's actually included in the T's and C's. So, yeah, you know, tread lightly, but nevertheless, people do it, it works. What you can do is some banks like Chase Bank, Capital One, and even PayPal, people have had success with, of just transferring in $2,000 or $5,000 to meet the direct deposit requirement, and they're on their way. Benefits for a PNC checking account. So with the Pro account, you're gonna get 4 ATM reimbursements per statement cycle and then $10 after that. And with the Select account, you're gonna get $20 worth of monthly statement credits if you were to withdraw from out-of-network ATMs. Next up, let's talk fees. So with the Checking Pro, no fees actually, which is awesome. With the Performance Select, there is a $25 monthly fee. You can avoid this fee entirely by having, whether it be $5,000 of qualifying deposits every month, having a balance of $25,000 every single month, or having $5,000 as an average daily balance in the checking account. If you can meet one of those, you're good to go. In addition, if you close your account within the first 6 months, you will be assessed a $25 fee. So keep the account open. Would I recommend this card? For the general public, I don't know. I think there's certainly better to be had. But for the bonus though, $400, that's a pretty penny, especially again, if you have $5,000 that you can allocate in here as a direct deposit. And of course, meeting the requirements to keep the account fee-free for at least 6 months. The next bank up is Monifi. This bank is coming with a $250 sign-up bonus after 2 qualifying direct deposits of at least $1,000 each within the first 90 days. And when it comes to specifically meeting the direct deposit requirement, similar to PNC and similar to in this entire game of getting bank account bonuses, people have had success just pushing in a transfer from an external bank. Banks such as Ally, Schwab, Capital One. Of course, your miles may vary. I just want to let you know it doesn't necessarily have to be from an employer. This bank has absolutely no fees, which I love because all banks should offer this. As far as benefits for this card goes, personally myself, I've never used it, but just looking on the website, it's actually pretty cool. It looks like there's whole idea of gamification for your savings and helping you come up with goals and meeting metrics, which I think is great. I mean, we could all certainly save more. But as far as where it comes short is the fact that there are no ATM fee reimbursements for anything out of network, which in today's day and age, I think is just completely unacceptable. And in looking further, I couldn't find any data as to what would happen if you closed your account early. Some banks will claw back the bonus. It doesn't seem to be anything definitive online as to what would happen if you close it early, but as a general rule of thumb, I do recommend hang on to it for 6 to 12 months before you decide to close any bank accounts. So as far as verdict though, this is pretty good. It's an interesting bank, I'll give it that. As far as how app-centric they are, obviously with the whole idea of the gamification of the savings and helping you come up with goals, I would say it's one I would look at. But again, I don't think it was a bank that I would open if I already had other options. And the biggest drawback is the fact that there are no ATM fee reimbursements for anything out of network. Third bank, or I guess credit union, is the Pennsylvania State Employee Credit Union, coming in with a $250 bonus if you have qualifying direct deposits, and this one's interesting, 6 monthly direct deposits of at least $250 or more. And with these direct deposits, similarly to all the others we've mentioned before, they don't necessarily have to come from an employer. You could just transfer them from an external bank. Looks like banks that people have had success with are Schwab as well as Capital One. Of course, your miles may vary. As far as benefits for this checking account, you're gonna go ahead and wanna make sure that you have at least $500 of direct deposits coming in every month to get the full tier. And if you have that, you will have a 1% cashback bonus for all purchases of over $10. You will also get out-of-network ATM fee reimbursements up to $20 per month, as long as you have those qualifying direct deposits. As far as fees, there are none. But if you close your account within the first 6 months, you will forfeit your bonus, meaning they'll claw it right back. You're probably wondering, Pennsylvania State Employee Credit Union, does that mean that you have to be a Pennsylvania state employee? No, not at all, which is crazy. You can actually sign up for a membership to the Pennsylvania Recreations and Parks Society, a $20 membership, through the Pennsylvania State Employee Credit Union, and they'll give you a $10 credit. And by being a member of the Pennsylvania Recreation and Park Society, you will then be eligible to open an account with the Pennsylvania State Employee Credit Union. I don't make up the rules, I'm just here to tell you them. So for a fee of, I guess, net $10, you can have this bonus even though you are not technically a Pennsylvania state employee. And this is exactly why I bring these videos. There are just hacks like these that make absolutely no sense that someone from Mississippi can open up a Pennsylvania State Employee Credit Union account. But again, this is the internet, these are just the rules I find, and I'm here to report them. So if anyone has done it, please let me know. But based on my research, it looks like people are having a ton of success all over the country opening up the PSECU. Wow, that's a mouthful. The fourth bank to take a look at, and this is one we are all very familiar with, it's the big blue brother, Chase Bank. $225 after having direct deposits of anything. It could be a direct deposit of any amount after 90 days of opening the account, which is awesome. And similarly, when it comes to what counts as a direct deposit, like all the banks we've discussed, you can try to push through a transfer from a current bank. Places like Capital One, Schwab, or Fidelity brokerage account have all worked for people. Again, though, your miles may vary. As far as benefits for this checking account, there aren't any that I could explicitly find other than getting invited into the Chase ecosystem. So Chase Bank not only just has checking accounts, they have credit cards, and their credit cards arguably are some of the most valuable and sought after. And sometimes it helps your application if you have a checking account with Chase. So that's not a direct, I think, tangible benefit, but it is something that could help you indirectly later down the road. As far as ATM fee reimbursements, I didn't see anything listed from Chase Bank, so therefore I'm gonna assume that it does not exist, which is a bit of a shame, but nonetheless, when it comes to Chase, the value is in the ecosystem. This checking account does have a $12 monthly fee. This fee can be waived if you meet one of the 3 criteria. The first is having qualifying $500 of direct deposits every month, or by having $1,500 as a daily account balance in this account, or by having an average daily balance of $5,000 across all of your Chase deposit accounts, checking, savings, and any other qualifying accounts. If you close this account within 6 months of opening, there will be early termination and they will claw back your bonus. And as far as verdict for this checking account, I would say it isn't a bad place to start. If you don't have a checking account, which I'd be shocked if you didn't, but if you didn't, this would be a great place to start. Or if you're looking for a bonus and you want to start strengthening up your Chase credit card applications. And that is it. I appreciate everyone tuning in to watch this episode. Please let me know in the comment section below. Have you ever heard of the Chex system? Are you potentially, like me, a little bit guilty in applying for one too many bank accounts a little bit too quickly and getting a couple of denials? Or are you interested in getting your second or third checking account and you're not quite sure where to start? Either way, please let me know in the comment section below. And if you have any ideas or suggestions for future videos, I am all ears. Again, my name is John. This has been a wonderful video and I will catch you next week. Peace.